guys, welcome back to my live stream. Okay, hold on. Let me just also start at the same time on Twitch. So again, if you want to look at the part of GameStop and also Dogecoin I have up right now on my Twitch, go ahead and look down in below. You'll be able to find my link for Twitch along with all the other platforms. Already. Alright, guys, going live. Okay, wait, never mind. I have to make it. I'll just use a similar one. GameStop. I'm not sure if I can say LFG at this point. It's not doing that good. We'll get into it in a second. I actually did not look at my portfolio since like 12 p.m. As you can see by my little badge here that I went to a Yelp event. So hold on. GameStop. Talk Nvidia. Stocks, crypto. All right. Here we go. And I think you might be able to hear like a little bit of background music if you're on Twitch. So if you want like a higher screen quality, which I know, you guys are always complaining about my Wi-Fi and saying that I'm broke because I don't have good Wi-Fi. I try my best, okay? This is the best I can get. Hi there, Sam Blast. Welcome, Dream Thanks. So anyways, if you want to learn more about my little Yelp event today, you'll be able to see that on my blog. I'm going to upload that later. I was just talking to my brother. I don't think he'll watch any of my live streams, but I was talking to my brother and he was asking me about GME, and I did not tell him that I'm relying my whole life on a magic 8 ball and GameStop. So anyway, I did not tell him. I have not told anybody, actually. Only my SO really knows. And of course, my Patreon members and my paid subscription members know like just what I have in GameStop and all my other positions. But I feel like I'm pretty diversified right now. I'm not telling my brother though, because last he heard I had about 20 grand in GameStop. And that's not the case anymore. So I'm not telling him. I'm not telling him just good happen, you know? I'm the type that only tells you the good stuff. Now I share a lot, obviously, of my life on the internet and with friends, and I feel like I say a lot that's not necessarily the greatest for me. Sometimes I feel like I should just hush. But yeah, hold on. Okay, all right. Do we even want to look at GameStop right now? Do we even want to look, guys? It's scary, man. Like, okay, so this morning we're gonna talk a little bit about options because in case those of you guys that are even more noob than me in terms of trading, again, not financial advice ever on my channel, entertainment purposes only. In case, you're like even more noob than me, that's gonna give you an idea of I feel like I don't really like take courses or whatever. I'm just doing everything randomly on my own. So I'm just gonna share with you what's working for me, and then maybe it'll help you out. If you've never traded options, it's 4 different types of options. Today, actually, funny enough, is quadruple witching day. So I think there's like a bunch of different contracts expiring on the same day, and there was supposed to be a lot of fluctuations in the market. I don't know if that actually panned out. Let me know if you feel like you would have even known that today was quadruple witching day. Like quadruple witching is 4 times a year. Okay, so every 3 months when all of these 4 different contracts are like expire at the same time, and all these different people with the different buy-ins, different hedge funds will go ahead and fight for different prices and stuff. At least that's my understanding of it. I could be wrong. Hold on. Hi there, Sean. Welcome to the stream. It's like my ginormous butterfly kit. I did not wear this to my album. But anyways, I woke up in the morning. I traded a little bit. And then I went back to sleep because I was so sleepy. I couldn't even tell if I was like actually trading. I slept at like 2, woke up at like maybe 6 or 7, and then I did my trade. So then I was like kind of like out of it, but I'm like, oh my god, Nvidia's down. Thank the Lord. I mean, I was already in the green yesterday for Nvidia, but it wasn't enough. I don't know. I just wanted to make like at least $500 or so. So literally, like one day after I bought my Nvidia puts, because I've been telling you guys like I want to buy a put. I want to buy a put on Nvidia. I've been saying this since Nvidia pre-split, but I was too scared because I'm like, I can see a lot of people probably wanting to buy that Nvidia split afterwards, and I was right because I do know a lot of people that end up buying like after the fact. And that's why you see it shot up, right? It was like $1,200 and it went to 120 after 10 to 1 split, and it went from 120 to like 140. Okay, those are all the people that are like, I don't believe it. It's not high enough. Let's push it higher. And then they bought it. And then at 140, I'm like, I don't think we're going to 200, but clearly some people think we're going to 200. And I just felt like the overall market was way too bullish. And I'm like, even if I'm wrong, I am willing to risk it because I put enough time. I gave enough time for all the people to like FOMO, 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 euphoria, 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 into Nvidia to the point where I was like, yeah, I'm good. Even if I'm wrong and like I buy a put at 140 and then we go to like 200, I don't even care at this point. But because in case I was wrong, I bought a put option for expiry of like, hold up, I have a screenshot. I bought a put option expiry. What's my expiry date? Come on. Does it not say? No, it does. It does. Oh, my expiry is on December 19, 2025. As you can see, I think I play it pretty safe. Like, I'm not doing 2-week expiry because I don't know what the heck's going to happen with Nvidia 2 weeks later. So I feel like maybe I sold a little bit. Let me know. Let me know if you feel like I sold a little bit too quick. I feel like I sold my put, my buy put that I sold today. I feel like maybe I did it too quick because I mean, I have until 2025. Okay. My strike price is like 170 something. So I would have pretty much been okay as long as it continues to dip or doesn't go back up to like 140s. So I don't know what I was doing there. Hold on. I'm sorry. Doing something else. Hi there, Justa. Welcome, Roxy, to the moon. Happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Super Witching Day. Happy. I mean, I'm not that happy because GameStop didn't go up like it was promised. No, I'm kidding. There's no promises, but like the hype, man, the hype never works anymore. The days that, like, honestly, now looking back at GameStop, the days where GameStop really shot to the moon, it was completely unexpected. Just so unexpected. And your only like green light was like, oh, Roaring Kitty tweeted for the first time in 3 years. Okay, kaboom, like $80 after hours or whatever. And then it dropped down, right? Then afterwards, the next round up was when he disappeared and then came back into the Uno reverse card. Okay, kaboom, we went to like $60. Also super unexpected. And then now, and then oh, the day before his stream, that went to like 40. That went to $65. If I'm not, yeah, I'm sure. After hours, it went to 65. I sold during regular market hours around like 46. So, anyways, Roaring Kitty, pretty much from my memory, did like 3 pop-ups, right? Thanks to him. At least I give him the credit for it. Other people may not, but I think he gets the credit for those 3 pop-ups in GameStop. And then now it's like nobody really knows when the next thing is, but people kept saying that it was going to be today. If you go in back and you look at like Wall Street Bets and on Reddit and Super Stonk, whatever, everybody's like, we're going to the moon, we're going to the moon, like today. Okay, we did not go to the moon. This is so trash. So, anyways, let me hi there, Captain Punch. Let's look at GameStop. Oh boy. Everything was okay, but to be fair, everything was down along with Nvidia. So the market was just like really bad today. But I'm looking at it right now, GameStop. I've never seen it like sit at 23.83. Usually when it hits $23, I see it do a little bounce back. So this is pretty bad. I'm a little bit worried about this. But do I think Roaring Kitty sold? We've been talking about this, and no, I do not think he sold. Could I be wrong? And maybe he did actually sell? Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely, that could have happened. So I guess we'll just have to find out. But hold on. Let's see what's going on with the rest of the market. All right. Okay. Yeah, crypto not looking any better. Dropping with the rest of the market. GameStop down, AMC down. We got Tesla surprisingly slightly in the green. Oracle's down. Amazon slightly up in the green. Google slightly up in the green. Ooh, Nvidia. Okay. Maybe I should have kept. I should have kept my put. Well, actually, no, I sold it around the morning, so I did okay. It went to 125 though. Now it's at like 127, and who knows if it's gonna make a comeback next week. So whatever. No regrets. Let me know though down in the comment section below what you would have done, because, and again, if you want to get my trade alerts, you can go and pay for the $20 tier on Patreon. I know sometimes people ask me like, what am I trading? What's in my portfolio? And I really just put it out there, but obviously for my paid subscription, so it's not really fair for me to just tell people like on live streams. So if you want to go check that out, links all down below for my paid subscription platforms, and you can DM me through those, and I will let you know if you qualify, and I'll tell you what my positions are. If you just want to know like what's going on. But anyways, I bought my Nvidia put for $178 strike price, expiring December 19, 2025. And I don't know how anybody else does it because again, I don't have a finance background. I just love it, and I've been like learning it myself online. So the way I do it is if I believe something is overbought, like Nvidia, and I've been saying for like months now that I like it, I'm late to it. I regret being late to Nvidia, but I do not believe things go up and they never come down. And again, I'm not saying that Nvidia is necessarily going to go below $100. Okay. And don't have enough guts to fight for that. But I don't think it's necessarily going to go below $100. And I don't necessarily think it's going to like drop down 90% and never come back up. I think Nvidia will highly likely be in the sphere of like the Microsofts and the Apples and Teslas of the world and Meta. And I feel like it's always going to be that tech company that people kind of like feel okay about on a maybe massive red day to like buy the dip. But even with that being said, I just felt like it was way too high. And those are the moments where I feel comfortable buying a put. And I actually feel like it's more of the contrarian view because overall, most of the people that I know, like most of my friends and most of the people that I know that trade, even people that are just acquaintances, I've realized and picked up on the fact that a lot of people don't do options. So basically, you have a lot of people that are just regular retail traders that are just like staring at the markets every day and just hoping things go up. And they're like unhappy on red days because they're not doing anything else. Like they're not buying put options. They don't understand any of it. They don't short. To be fair, I don't short stocks. I'm not on margin. There's a lot of things I don't do, but I guess the only thing that I would get paid out for if the market's bad is, well, originally in 2020, if you were watching my older videos, I kind of started trading and like learning about like at the time it was TBIX, so like inverse S&P 500. When the S&P 500 would drop a lot, like I'd be making money. And obviously high volatility moments, I would be able to make a lot of money. So like it was like a triple leverage inverse ETF, I believe, that no longer exists. But anyway, so like I actually think it is very likely to make money when you are being bearish. Not being bearish all the time, but I think personally, I feel like it's more beneficial to be a little bit bullish and a little bit bearish at the same time. So it's almost like you're just hedging your own portfolio. With that being said, I don't have puts on GME. Now I'm starting to wish that I did buy put on GME. So my current GME position, GameStop position, is more like I got call options, multiples. I have sell cover call options, and I have the actual stock because at least on Robinhood, I'm not able to sell calls on it without actually having the underlying stock. And I'm glad that they do this because I would be very, very, very uncomfortable knowing that I have unlimited losses, right? Because that's how you get messed up. When you have to cover a call and you don't actually have the stock, and if the stock goes to like $300 a share and I have to all of a sudden put that money in there, that's when we run into problems. So that's that. My live is not clear, Gene Wesley says. So that's why for you folks that are not seeing a very clear live, I will make your life easier. I will post my Twitch stream, which is apparently very clear. Okay, so for those of you guys that are not already following me on Twitch, please go over there. There you go. I just posted it here. Go and click into my Twitch and you'll be able to see I put on Dogecoin prices. So let's talk a little bit about that as well. All right, let's look at the market right now. I mean, yeah, the next 2 days, we'll see what happens. Oh, by the way, on Robinhood right now, they're just giving me a reminder. There's a bonus that's going to expire soon. It's an account transfer bonus. So basically, if you want to start Robinhood, or let's say you already have Robinhood and you also have like a Fidelity account or a Webull account or whatever, and you want to move the money from your other brokerage to your Robinhood account, or if you want to move your assets, like let's say you have $100,000 in GameStop on like Webull or Fidelity or E-Trade, you could either contact like Robinhood to do it, or I think you could do it yourself. And you can transfer it over to Robinhood, and then Robinhood is going to transfer. So it says transfer an outside brokerage account into Robinhood and earn 1% bonus. So you'll be able to earn, I guess, up to that 1% of a bonus for that transfer. So if it's like $100,000 worth of a stock or $100,000 from another brokerage into Robinhood, I guess that'd be like $1,000 that you'd be able to gain from it, which is not bad. But yeah, for you folks, okay, sorry, I'm gonna go into my Twitch. Obviously, this is sorry guys, a long day. But thank you to all of you guys that actually did subscribe to me also on Twitch, where it is clear over there. Some people can choose like see if you want like better video quality. I recommend you go on Twitch, but I appreciate all of you guys that are here on both platforms. Smash the like button, make sure you're subscribed, all that good stuff. Thank you so much. And if you want to go that extra mile and have your name highlighted on my live streams for YouTube, go ahead and hit that button down there where it says join community, and you can check out my 2 different tiers where you could go get your name highlighted on my streams and all my videos that you comment on. It's just faster, more priority responses. So if you enjoy that, thank you. And thank you to those of you guys that are already there. All right. So what's next? I'm taking our GME attendees when it moons and YOLOing into Doge. Let's go, Lewis. Okay, that sounds like a good plan. Sounds like a good plan. I definitely am excited to also get out of my GME positions. However, that's also why I want to talk about, like, in case you guys are in positions where it's not looking too good right now, kind of in the red, possibly in the red for like the next month or so, definitely look into selling cover call options. There's many videos online. I watched a really good video. I mean, I already done it in the past, but I kind of needed a refresher. I feel like that's the thing with trading. You're either trading every single day at like 6 a.m. and you're doing it constantly, or you're like me, where I'm running like 6 different e-commerce platforms and doing like social media. I'm on Yelp and I'm doing all this stuff. So it kind of like sometimes I'll forget a lot of the different types of trades or like the financial terms. So I feel like whenever you want a little brush up, it's nice to like watch a YouTube video here and there, or maybe when you're multitasking, like have a video in the background, listen to it, take some notes, and then also then you can apply that to your trades later. So I'm very glad that I watched this really good video. I recommend you guys watching it as well, from Clear Tax Value. I think that's the guy that does the videos on YouTube. He has a really good video just based off of like all the different types of doing sell cover calls, and then why you would do it, when it, like he gives you examples of doing it. But I'll just give you guys an example of me doing like my cover call options for GameStop. So basically for like a GameStop position, I'm not going to tell you mine, but let's say I have like, I don't know, let's say I have like $100,000 in GameStop or something, right? You don't have to just wait around sitting on your $100,000 that could be like, I don't know, down 30% or 40% one day, or within like a week, and you're just like watching it, and you're watching it lose money because maybe you have a strike price, maybe you have a limit sell order, and you want to sell it for like $60 a share or $40 a share or $35 a share, but you're waiting around and you're kind of like feeling like you're wasting that time. Well, one of the options is to do a covered call. So when you go and you, like, let's say if you do it on Robinhood or any other app that you're using, you would hit sell call to look at the different strike prices, and different strike prices garner you different pricing per contract, well, per share technically. So each contract for options has 100 shares, and then you would just automatically, well, at least on Robinhood, that is. I haven't tried any other platforms besides Webull as well, but it'll show you on Webull and on Robinhood when you do options, like what the exact price is before you put the order through. So don't be afraid to like test things out, review it thoroughly before actually hitting submit. So basically, if you have like, let's say about $100,000 in GameStop, you can sell cover call options and make like a couple $1,000s depending on how far out you want to put those sell calls for. So for example, if I want to sell, and I'll be happy selling GameStop, let's say my average is $30. It's not, but let's say my average is $30 and I'm down right now, and I want to sell my GameStop at $40. Then I can, for example, do a sell call at a strike price of $40. And then you put in, obviously, the longer you're willing to wait, the more like credit you'll be given. And how credit works is it literally just goes into your account. Like it goes into your cash balance the moment you actually sell those calls. And then you have your stocks, your GameStop stocks. Like I said, if let's say I have 100,000 shares in GameStop, okay, though that's my collateral. You will have your, like, let's say if I have 100, let's just say I have, I don't know, I'll just give an example here. 10 contracts, right? I have 10 contracts that I sell calls on for GameStop. Let's say that's my entire position. So that'll be what, like 10 contracts. One contract is about 100 shares. That's like 1,000 shares. 1,000 shares of GameStop. Correct me if I'm doing my math wrong, but let's say each contract is 100 shares. Yeah. So if I have 10 contracts, that would be 1,000 shares. Okay. So 1,000 shares of GameStop. Let's say I have that in my collateral. I get my credit, but that means that let's say I put out a sell call strike price of $40, but my strike date of when my options expire is August 1st. Okay. Let's just say it's August 1st. That means between now and August 1st, and I got, let's say I got a credit for that just by submitting that. I got a credit of like, I don't know, $2,000 or something. Let's say I got that $2,000, you'll see it right away into your balance. And then right away, you'll also see that your 1,000 shares of GameStop, if you try to sell it, it says not available. It says you don't have any GameStop because you have it as collateral. Because shall GameStop actually go and hit like, let's say $45, your contract would have automatically been executed and you would have sold your GameStop shares at like $40. So yeah, you definitely want to pick a price that you're comfortable with. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now with GameStop. So I'm actually not too sad about the price going to $23 right now, even though my average is unfortunately not exactly at $23. So I'm in the red. But because I did sell cover call options when GameStop was a little bit higher, I feel like I got a better payout as well. So a couple grand. And I'm waiting for July 26th. That's when my options expire, to hopefully just expire worthless. Meaning I was able to keep, let's say, like $2,000 or $3,000 worth of my credit for selling those call options, those covered call options. But obviously, it doesn't just end there. Either I try to make more money because I'm hoping that GameStop will still one day rise again, right? Because it's you don't want to just do this for anything. Because let's say you bought AMC and you bought AMC back when it was like $30. Now it's more like $4. If you bought AMC at like $40 and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna do like sell cover call options, that's not really the greatest because your underlying asset just dropped by like 90%, right? And that's not what you want. So I feel like even though I'm happy selling covered calls for GameStop, I might not do it like consistently because I have to see where GameStop is at and what the vibe is at, right? Like what's happening? Did Roy and Kitty tweet again? Did Ryan Cohen come up with a plan to give to everybody? Like, what do we know, right? You have to like reevaluate, I think. And so by July 26th, when those call options hopefully expire worthless, or if it hits a strike price, I just be keeping my collateral and I'd also be able to sell. It's kind of like having that limit sell order that I wanted anyways, but getting extra collateral on top of that. Sorry, getting extra credit on top of that. So I'm happy with my choice right now, at least with GameStop. However, I'm just praying that we don't actually dip back down to like $10 because then I would be down a lot of money. And I feel like if it's down that much, it really wouldn't make sense being happy about selling cover call options when your underlying stock is not doing good. So my hopes are after this round by July 26th, hopefully it stays down or downish below my strike price, 30 something, 40 something I can live with. And then once it expires, if I'm happy with the price and it's like in the green for me, obviously at $40, $50 per GameStop share, I'd be in the green. I probably would sell it. I would sell it or maybe half of it. And then I would use that money to either trade other stocks and other options, or I would wait for like red days on GameStop and then dollar cost average in. So I don't have such a higher average. So that's kind of my game plan right now. Let me know what you think and what you think of kind of like my trading plans. And if you have any critique for it, I'm always welcoming others who have traded longer than me and your expertise, or even if you've traded less time than me but you've done more options, and that would make you more of an expert than I am, which is honestly I'm just like kind of getting back into it. Hi there, Stephen Barry, welcome to the stream. Sean says that's happening with everything, that is always going to be ups and downs. With everything life, there will always be light and dark side. Yes, absolutely. Actually, like I kind of got those vibes today when I went into my yoga class. So yeah, more about that later. But I basically did a yoga class, a free yoga class because I'm Yelp Elite. So if you're not following me on Yelp, please follow me there, especially if you're in SoCal, because I post a lot about like the food I eat and the stuff that I do. So yeah, look down in the description below, especially if you are in the California area. Even if you're not, you can always look at my Yelp recommendations if you come to California from like New York or whatever and you want to eat. So go down in the description below. You'll be able to find my Yelp page and follow me there. Thank you. Okay. Okay. What did I want to see? Just a second. Oh. Gosh, it's almost dinner time. I literally like woke up, did my trades, drank my coffee, went out the door, did my yoga class thing, and now it's like nighttime. People have time for anything, honestly. People have time for anything, honestly. So Nvidia, I'm happy with Nvidia, but I think I just like chickened out honestly a little bit too soon. But I'm trying to like teach myself to be less greedy in a sense with my trades. Where like, okay, I'll make like 500 bucks, 600 bucks. I'm up like 10% on it, like with my original amount that I put in. So if I feel like if I'm up 10%, I should like be okay with piecing out. So that's kind of my game plan right now. Like not to be so greedy that I have to hold until the end of the year or halfway through the year. I feel like with my Nvidia trade, just buying the put on it, even though I did what I wanted, a part of me is like, man, I hope I kind of wish I held on just a little bit longer and made like a grand instead of just like a little over $500 or so. My YOLO trade update, by the way, I did Faraday Future Intelligent Electric way too late after the hype is already over. And all over like Wall Street Bets and whatnot and on Reddit. Yeah. I'm down like 29% on that, but I only put in $500. So I feel like if it drops even lower, then maybe I'll just average back in just to see if I can make it for that one pop. Like literally, it was just a YOLO trade where I'm like, maybe if GameStop goes to the moon, then Faraday futures could like pop back up, like I don't know, maybe like 100%. But that's kind of risky because I've done the trades where like it's just like no more. Like all of the hype is done, the momentum is gone, and sometimes you get lucky. I feel like sometimes I got lucky and I like see that dead cat bounce back, and other times you honestly just don't get anything, and you're like, why did I put this money in there? So definitely for my YOLO trades, I only put in what I can afford to lose. So it's almost like I don't know, feels like I'm just going to Vegas. That's generally what it feels like. How are you guys doing though? Are you guys doing good on your trades today, or is everybody sad the market's down? And that's why I feel like you have to play around with the different types of trades that you do, so you don't have to be necessarily sad on a red day. Like I'm not doing this right now, where like for each of my positions, I'm hedging in a way where like I'm buying calls and I'm also buying puts. I do see like there are traders out there who'll do that, or they'll do like a cover call option and then they'll also like sell a put. But I'm not necessarily doing that now. However, it is looking more and more tempting just because I think the market's up so high. And I was talking to you guys about that the other day, where like if you listen to the news, like you have so many like economists, strategists, and whatnot that are all telling you like either we're way too high right now or that we're not doing good enough and that the S&P 500 is actually going to move to 6,000. I think today it probably dipped and got a little more modest at like 5,400-ish or whatnot. Aw, thank you so much, Legendary. You guys know I love it when you guys send me super chats. I really appreciate it. By the way, if any of you guys want any questions before I go for my magic 8 ball, because you know I got some questions, definitely let me know. Or if you have a really good question and I see it when you message me on like X or in the comment section, or comment section of any of my videos, just let me know. Be like, Lucy, I have a magic 8 ball question. Even if you're not on one of my live streams live, I'll try to answer it for you and be like, this is to user blah blah blah. All right. I start shaking it without asking a question. Okay, this is like to my heart. This is very important to me. Will I ever have 100,000 subscribers? I really want 100,000 subscribers on YouTube because I want that plaque, right? But then I also kind of want 100,000. I don't care if it's on TikTok because I'm on TikTok and I'm on X and YouTube and Instagram. So I don't really care which one I get it on. I just really want 100,000 one day. I know. My dreams are big. I'm at like under 10,000 right now on here. I'm still hoping for it. Will I get it? Okay. Ah. Ooh. Oh my God, guys. Lit. It says Outlook good. Outlook good, folks. I trust it. So far, so good. Yesterday, I was wearing a green shirt, and I asked if I was wearing a green shirt, and I think it said most likely. So far, it's like 10%. All the questions that I asked it gave me pretty sweet answers back. So I don't know what's going on. Again, like right now, crypto, like maybe I'm just more involved with like the meme stuff. So I'm like, GameStop, crypto, doing bad. I'm upset. Um, but again, I'm glad that I wasn't just fully into memes, and I at least am doing other trades and options on the side that has nothing to do with memes, because sometimes memes are weird. Like sometimes crypto, like did you realize that this week when crypto moved up and GameStop moved up, just a tad, even by like $2-3, the charts looked really like strangely similar, by the way. Okay. So right now we're at 2.34 trillion is the market cap, 51 on the fear and greed index. I swear we're just like going down lower and lower by the day. People are fearful. I feel like people are not so greedy anymore. I don't see people telling me like, this is the moment to buy the dip. Actually, okay, so Bitcoin right now is 64,184, which honestly is all right. I feel like as long as it stays above 60,000. Once it dips below 60,000 though, I think a lot of people who rush in to buy those spot Bitcoin ETFs are going to cry a little bit. ETH right now is at 3,500, which I'm actually amazed because it dipped to like 3,300. Kind of wish I bought some over there. USDT and then BNB at 582. I never buy BNB, but I always feel like BNB is like just, it never goes away. Okay. It's always around. I need to start making myself an icy drink. So give me a second. It's been a hot day. Like, I don't know how people, like, how do you live in California without having like icy drinks all the time? But my mom hates it. Like, every time she knows I'm drinking something cold, she's like, what are you doing, Lucy? You can't be drinking so much cold stuff. I feel like it's like an Asian health thing where like a lot of Asian women just don't believe in like drinking too much cold stuff because I think they think that it's not like overall good for the flow of your body or whatever. But I can't. I literally will not be able to survive if I didn't have icy drinks. Okay, what do I want to do? A little bit longer of a stream with you guys, and then afterwards, I have to go. Let's see here. What do I want? I have this like Taiwanese lychee beer, but I can't find it. What do I have? You know what? And today for, I love these bottles. Like I know you can just like buy these bottles, I think outside, but yeah, like I saved them. Yeah, at one point, like one of my friends, like I saw her Instagram story post and she was like making ginger beer. Like did you know you can make ginger beer off with like organic ginger on your own and like sugar and stuff and water? That's like apparently the only ingredients. I tried to do it. It wasn't that good. It didn't taste that good, but she did it properly. And I think she put it in like these bottles. But this one is it French? It says French sparkling refresher, blood orange. So I got it's gonna pop. It's gonna pop. So you just like open it like this, like, oh my God, look at that. There's like, it was a little bit. To be honest, I mainly got it because I just really like the color. It's pretty and pink. Probably tastes really good. Ooh. Oh, that was a bad idea. I did it on the side with like the tape. That's gross. Okay, the OCD of me is crying right now. I should have done it that way. Okay, so it's fine. It's fine. What's done is done. Okay, now spin it this way. I think it's with natural stuff, so I don't feel that bad. It's like better than drinking Coca-Cola. It says it's carbonated water, beet sugar, concentrated carrot juice, Arabic gum, glycerol, ester of wood, rosin, orange, natural orange flavor with other natural flavors, citric acid. Yeah. I wish I knew every single ingredient there, but that's not really the case. And I put the rest back in the fridge. Oh my God. I also have soju in my fridge, but I feel like the soju's been there for like more than a week. So the part of me is like, yikes. It looks fine though. I don't know how long. Like, what is the rule when you don't drink soju by mouth, but it's like in a bottle? And like I poured it out before, and now there's like still like half a bottle in there, and I put it in my fridge for like a week, maybe 2 weeks. Nice, nice. Cheers, cheers, Sean. Watching YouTube videos. That's when you know life is lit, you know? Because I feel like looking back and like when I had like a 9 to 5 job and I go to work, actually it wasn't 9 to 5, it was like 6 to 2, 6 a.m. to like 2 p.m. And then I drove for like almost 2 hours back. So I feel like when that was my life, I didn't have time for anything. I'd be lucky to like have a Friday night and like watch a show. And now I'm watching like Netflix, Bridgerton, this, and I finished Bridgerton. I don't know if that's the last season of it, like season 3 or whatever. But yeah, there's now I'm just like watching shows all the time, chatting with you lovely folks. So it's good. Cheers to that. I mean, we're not rich yet or anything like that, but I'm still working my way there. I was just chatting with my brother earlier and he was like, "So what are your plans? Like what are you doing with like your trading life and all that stuff?" And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like my trades, like what I talked to you guys about, like these trading portfolios, like crypto stocks, like everything that I do is one for fun. And then two, it's kind of like a retirement of like account for me. Like I know it's kind of crazy. I guess I'm playing with my retirement account, but I feel like I'm trying to grow it. So all my trades are like my retirement fund money and then also like my emergency money. So shall something happen and like I really need to like, I don't know, put $50,000 into a car or something or buy a Cybertruck. Just kidding. I don't think I'll have an emergency to buy a Cybertruck, but let's say I need an emergency, I need to buy a Cybertruck or whatever, then I'll just use the money for my trading account. And also I'm using my trading account to hopefully create enough money to buy a house. Hopefully, if GameStop goes to like $100, just kidding. Hopefully I'll have enough money one day to just like buy a house like flat out, like straight cash, 100%. But if not, I'll take like a small portion and then I'll owe mortgage when the time comes. But right now, I don't have enough capital in there, in my opinion, to buy a place and still be able to like happily trade. So I'd rather trade and just like live in a smaller place. So that's like kind of my give and take. I could later on if I don't want to buy a place though and I feel comfortable enough with my trades to rent. I like let's say a really nice apartment, pay like $4,000 or $5,000 a month in California, which would garner you like a pretty nice place. But again, to me, that feels like too much pressure. And I'm just like a simple person. Like I don't like putting pressure on myself. I would rather live in a place where I pay lower rent and it's like not as nice or not like as nice amenities and whatnot, but you're not also not forced to pay like $5,000-6,000 a month. So that's more like how I choose to live my life. I know everybody's different. I respect it if you're paying $5,000 a month because you can afford it, right? Either you have the job to afford it, goom, lol gum. Did I say that wrong? Hi there, the Remins Twitch. I hope I'm saying that right. But yeah, legum. I don't know. I was trying to be French. Hi there, Russ. Hello there, France. Welcome, Russ. You're doing it right, dear. Hang tight. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll see where life takes me. I mean, you guys will kind of travel with me, like with my little laptop. If I do move somewhere else, like actually, the goal is not to like. I would love to own my own place. Like I'm telling you guys, like hopefully my own trades. But even if I don't own my own place, or if I do own my own place, and I have the bandwidth, to be able to like travel around. Because I don't have animals, I don't have like babies. So for me, I think it's not hard if I want to just like go off to another country and like go to Thailand and like I don't know, live there for like 5-6 months and enjoy myself while still doing the same thing and just trading and having fun and making short videos. That would be fun. I think that I'd be okay with that. But I'd also be okay with just like going to Thailand for like 2 weeks, like, normal people. I really want to go to Thailand. I have not gone yet. Okay. So let's see here. Yeah, all my call options. Dude, besides Tesla, like the rest of the tech industry that boomed in 2021 is not doing well. Let me know if you think I should cut my losses with like Neo and Lucid, but I probably won't listen to you though. I love it. I just like I have this insane confidence for some reason for like Lucid, even though it's just been dropping every day since I bought it. You know what's weird with charts? Like I feel like I don't read charts or I never study to read charts. But then after I buy something and I look at the charts, I'm like, oh man, it makes sense why it's going down. Like, why did I buy? So for example, Lucid, I already bought, okay? But now that I'm looking at the chart, I'm like, okay, duh. Like, of course it's going down. It was here, and then now we are here, okay? But that chart just doesn't really look that good. Why did I feel safe? I don't know why I felt safe buying it in the first place. Now that I look back at it, like hindsight. So I think even though I'm not so much a chart reader and I never studied it, next time before I buy like more than 10 grand into a position in stocks and crypto, I feel like I have to like either try to learn how to read charts, how others read it, or focus more on my own and how I'm able to read it, because that doesn't even make sense to me now that I'm looking at it. Like, why the heck did I buy? I shouldn't even be buying now, to be honest. I should be buying as it drops like lower. But let's see here. Lucid Group. But it's weird. Like, I'm also like a fundamental and like check things out like in my real life type of trader, where I'll be like, okay, why do I believe in Tesla? Okay, I believe in Tesla even though the price is not near the all-time high, because I have tons of friends who love it, and people who get on Tesla don't leave Tesla. They don't buy a Tesla. That, like, most people that I know don't own a Tesla, and then they're like, you know what? Let me go buy a Prius now. Like, that doesn't happen. So, and then the thing with Lucid is I actually see so many more Lucids now in Southern California that I'm like, okay, something's here. And then also, like, again, I've never rode in one, but watching a bunch of like Marquise Brownlee videos, and he does a great job with them, I'm like truly convinced that it's a really, really nice car. Mm. I mean, it is like luxury sedans. So when I compare them to actually like having been in a Tesla Model 3, at least sitting in the back, and even X, I do see the appeal of why people who have the money for it, because Lucids are pretty expensive. I think they dropped the price, but it's still like more than $60,000 or something. Lucids are still really, really fancy. I mean, it's expensive. I don't know how much more they can honestly drop, because right now their price to earnings ratio is negative 1.98. I know they did drop the prices for their cars, but I'm wondering if they could do a little more over there. That'll probably be making me slightly more bullish. And by the way, thank you guys so much for those of you guys that are in the stream that smash the like button. Again, if you haven't already, please take a second to do so. Really helps out the channel. I'll probably go and come back and do a stream with you guys like later. But yeah, I might leave the chat open. We'll see, or just shut it off. Okay, so Lucid, let's see here. When should I have possibly bought? Because okay, I see. Here's what I messed up. 52-week low is $2.29. We're currently at $2.48, but I think there's a high chance that if we do ride down to a newer low, if we hit a newer low or to the old 52-week low, I think that's the only time I would probably fill in more for my Lucid position. Even though I'm a diamond hander on Lucid, like, I am willing to give this company time to grow. Because at the end of the day, if we look out on its max chart, it really only like what? Did I IPO like in 2020 or something? And it was like $9 back then. And that was like a funny time, right? Like, it was basically like a pandemic buy. And then through 2021, it rose all the way up to $64. Do I think we could get to $64? I hope. There's really no guarantees there. It's just kind of like, is Dogecoin ever going to go to 75 cents again? I don't know. I hope so, but it's all like up in the air. Nobody knows if the stock market's going to go left, right, up and down. With that being said, right now Dogecoin is at, see here, 12.39 cents. And again, I'm just grateful that we didn't ride down to that 10-cent tier, because again, I'm prepared. I'm more than prepared, because I've been telling you guys I wanted to wait until 2021 to 2025 to see what truly happens with crypto. And when I say crypto, I mean like the big stuff. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, like XRP, ADA, whatnot. I want to see if all of those cryptocurrencies can reach new all-time highs. Solana as well, by the year 2025, because that to me is more of a proper 4-year cycle. I don't think this is the 4th year of the 4-year cycle, because this is 2024. So that would just be 4 years after 2020. And if you remember the price of Bitcoin back in 2020, at least in October, it was only like $10,000. So we're doing a heck of a lot better in the year 2024 than we ever were in comparison, like relative to 2020 versus 2021. So the year before all-time high and the all-time high year. Right now, we're doing relatively better, and there's much more news, more acceptance, right? Like, we didn't have Michael Saylor, okay? We didn't have Michael Saylor. We didn't have MicroStrategy buying in Bitcoin, raising money for Bitcoin back in 2020. So, and we didn't have spot Bitcoin ETFs, and we didn't also have spot ETH ETFs approved, and then soon to be trading supposedly around July. Gosh, July cannot get here any sooner. So anyways, Little bit disappointed, honestly. Let's get into GameStop. I'm not gonna lie, I am disappointed that like we literally just went straight line down. And yet, if you look on like X, you're gonna see so many people being bullish. Yesterday, the week before on Reddit, you just see nonstop like we're going to the moon. It's gonna be like Moss, mother of all short squeezes, okay, like all this stuff. And I feel like a lot of people that say this like don't even know what they're talking about, because to get a short squeeze, you're gonna need a high short interest. And yeah, we could talk about dark pools and all this like unknown equity swaps, like things that we can't necessarily see on the surface. I feel like we could talk about that all day, but you really don't necessarily have proof on exactly what the short interest is. But let's look at what's going on, as this is kind of bad. I don't know if this is Roaring Kitty's average bad, but let's see what the news is saying right now. Unusual options trading activity for June 21st. That's Benzinga. GameStop shares are down 5%. What's going on? GameStop stock slides amid options chaos with Roaring Kitty MIA. And like, I love it. It's like, why are they saying he's MIA when like literally the dude just still tweeted within the last 7 days? Okay. He just didn't tweet every single day. Hi there, Air the Dream Giver. Welcome. Oh my gosh, Steven, that's cold. Steven's like, I hope Dogecoin goes to 6 cents so I can buy. Well, you know what? A lot of us are going to be crying when it's 6 cents. Okay. Actually, I don't even know if the majority of the people who watch my videos back in like when I did YouTube live streams in like 2021, that's kind of when I started to do live streams. So thank you. You know who you are. Those of you guys that have been supporting me like to monetization of my channel and like all of that. Because it's good times. I don't know if those like a lot of the people that joined me on those live streams for Dogecoin back in 2021 are necessarily still around. I honestly hope and pray for them that most of them are gone. Because looking back, like I remember when I did my live stream, like right before SNL, people were like they made mad money, and there were people that were commenting, like sending super chats and saying like that they made like near $1 million. Some folks made like $300,000. Some people were able to pay off their mortgage. Like it was a beautiful time. Don't get me wrong. What came after kind of sucked, especially for a lot of people who saw like those comments and then they went and bought a lot. And then obviously like it crashed because they bought near the high. Which is, again, I feel like it's just a lesson learned. I think it doesn't matter how old you are or like how many times you traded or when you traded. Every single moment is really just a lesson. It's like you meet a new friend or you get into a new relationship and it sucks and you have to get out. But that's like a new lesson. It's like a new lesson learned for your future friendships or your future relationships and love and whatnot. I came in 2021. Okay, thanks, Steven. LA food 10 days. I am SoCal. Let's go. VidCon. Okay, cool. All right, so let's see what is going on. Oh, sorry, I thought I clicked into this news. I want to see what Benzinga's talking about and what the what everyone's saying about GameStop, because I'm pretty sure like even 2 days after his little I need to watch that movie. Is it called Bruno? Like what is that movie called? I know like the song like we don't talk about Bruno. I'm so off key. We don't talk about Bruno. No. I don't know. Okay, it's that song. That's like we don't talk about Bruno, and then I didn't know what it was, but I think that's the meme of the guy who can see the future and like the green mist. So anyways, after that tweet, I don't think he tweeted anything else, and hence why all the news is kind of like he's gone, but I don't think he's actually gone. But then what do I know? I didn't know he was going to disappear for 3 years and come back either. So, okay, Benzinga posts GameStop shares are down 5%. Okay, let me do some squats as I'm doing this. I noticed that I'm just like, I'm so in my head. It's taking me back to like in college. I took this one class and it was like a class where it wasn't actually a Pilates class, but it felt like Pilates for some reason. And our teacher would get us to like just do like a head to toe drop every day. So I don't want to show you guys if you never need to relax. I think if some of you guys are as crazy as me and you're all constantly on your phone, like it's not good for your spine. So she would teach us to like always every single day, you're supposed to like breathe in and then you can like drop your head, like just feel like pretend there's like a string and pretend like you just drop and let go of everything. And you just like basically drop all the way down and have your hands hanging like right in front of your feet, and you're supposed to like let loose and have your neck like swing. It's like supposed to be really good for relaxing and getting the blood flow, and then just kind of like get out of your headspace, because I feel like, okay, so she said like usually every single day when you're like typing on the computer on your 9 to 5, or you're like, I don't know, trading stocks and stuff like that and reading the book, like you're just constantly like in your head, and you need to like get more into your body and be more present. So I feel like today's yoga class that I took through like the Yelp Elite event. It was really nice. It got me more connected and felt like a moment of peace of like no more charts and red lines. Like, don't get me wrong, green days are amazing and like watching that line go straight up. But red days, let's be real here, it's terrible. Nobody likes it. And sometimes you just gotta like relax. Okay. You just gotta like breathe in, breathe out, and do your little, you don't necessarily have to go and pay for a yoga class, even. I feel like you just gotta relax and do a little bit of not meditation but just relaxation, like even at home. I think that honestly helps. Anyways, now that my blood pressure has gone lower, I'm going to read you guys this. It says GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen outlined plans to achieve profitability through cost cuts, a proposal suggesting GameStop adopt a Bitcoin standard by raising funds through a share issuance to invest in Bitcoin has sparked interest. But I thought those were just rumors. Anyways, what's happening? GameStop's annual shareholder meeting, initially postponed due to technical issues, finally took place this week. CEO Ryan Cohen delivered a succinct yet strategic statement emphasizing the company's pivot towards profitability through cost reductions and a streamlined retail presence. Cohen announced plans to downsize the store network, which, by the way, nobody knows exactly like how much he's going to downsize. I think that is going to really like either kick up the stock or do nothing. Because imagine if he's like, oh, we're just going to close like 10 stores. Like, that's not going to do anything. But if he says like, oh, we're going to close down like, I don't know, 70% of the store, like anything above 50% of the stores, I think regular retail investors are going to be pretty happy with that, in my opinion, because I just feel like there is too many GameStop. We don't need that many GameStop because that's just more cost at the end of the day for like paying the employees, paying the rent, and just the upkeep. But anyways, focus on high value items and enhance the trade-in program. Yeah, honestly, I don't like, I'm sure he knows better than me, but clearly you know what your best sale items are. And like for me, technically, like I do sales through eBay, so I know what my best-selling products are. And then when your best-selling products are doing good, you buy more of those, right? I mean, to an extent, you don't want to overstock. But then the products that aren't doing good, you don't buy those anymore because you know they're not doing good. So I feel like those things he has to like balance out and work on. He also highlighted the importance of maintaining a strong balance sheet as a strategic advantage in the current volatile economic environment, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's like all stuff we already knew. What else? Amid these strategic changes, a noteworthy proposal by crypto trader, the Bitcoin Therapist. Am I following that person? I don't think I'm following the Bitcoin Therapist, but sounds like a good name, has sparked discussions. The proposal suggests that GameStop could transform digital commerce by adopting a Bitcoin standard. So like I said, basically like copying Michael Saylor. This would involve raising over $5 billion through a share issuance and converting the capital into Bitcoin. GameStop has also recently filed a prospectus supplement with the SEC for its at-the-market offering program, allowing the sale of up to 75 million shares. This follows a previous sale of 45 million shares in mid-May, which raised approximately 933.4 million. So basically a little bit under $1 billion, and then they raised about 2 point something billion. So that's why we know they raised basically over $3 billion after the return of Roaring Kitty. Plus they had to think about like $1 billion or so cash. So that's why everyone's saying they have about $4 billion. So that's the math in case you didn't know. Now you know. Which raised approximately blah, blah, blah. The company continues to explore alternative investments and market diversification strategies, including Bitcoin and other digital assets. In a significant insider move, GameStop's general counsel, Mark Robinson, capitalized on the recent market rally by selling 2,215 shares, netting over $58,000. Nice. Good for this guy. GME price action, GameStop shares were down by 6.33% at $24 at the time of writing, according to Benzinga Pro. Yeah, so that's not much news, honestly. This entire thing, no offense to Benzinga, it's stuff that we all already knew. GameStop price right now is at $23.83. I guess I want to ask you guys, hi there, goals. Welcome. Such a natural hustler. I'll take that as a compliment. I have a pear I have to eat. I don't know why I'm such a hustler, though. I don't know. But now I'm just taking it in. Did I tell you guys that, like, when people meet me, either the first time they meet me or the second time, if I talk enough and I say all the stuff that I do for like my extra streams of income, I'm usually either told through another friend that person thought I'm a hustler or directly. And I'm like, I'm okay with that. I used to be like, but the thing is though, guys, like, I like it. I feel like, yes, I do have a business mindset. That's one way of looking at it. But I think the downside to people thinking you're a hustler is like kind of like the downside of people thinking you're too smart. So I remember like I used to be like a personal assistant at one point in my life. And I remember there were people who worked around my superiors, bosses at the time, and they would tell like my bosses, like, oh, she's like, you should watch out for her because she's like too smart, like things like that. And then I'm like, what? And I feel like sometimes people take your business mindset or your wits or just stuff like that about you, and then they'll try to like make it sound like a negative thing, almost like, oh, that's a doe, that's a deer, like that's somebody you don't have to, that's a bunny girl. Like it's like a bunny, like you don't have to worry about a puppy or a bunny, but you have to worry about like a tiger or something like that, right? Or a lion type of personality. So I feel like the only downside to that is like I don't want everyone to think like I'm a hustler or I'm like so business minded oriented that I don't care about like human connections, because I do. And I think that's the confusing part. Like I feel like a lot of people, and like I could tell by like how people talk to me or like the things that they say. I feel like when people meet me, they automatically are like, oh, she likes to make money, or like she's a hustler and like talks about finance, blah, 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 blah. But then I could tell like they might feel like, even though I never ask people stuff, I'm never like, oh, can you do this for me? Can you like do that for me? The most I would do is like I'll post like on my own personal stories, like not the public social media that I have. I'll have like my personal like Instagram stories. The most I would do is like use this link if you want to, right? And if you use, like, I have all the links down in the description below, by the way, for like if you want to use Rakuten, like it's actually an app that I believe in, that I tell like my own family members and like my close friends to use, because I'm literally saving you money if you use it. So I'll do like things like that where I feel like other people are going to get a benefit out of it, whether they believe it or not. And I'll like post those links, but I never like go out of my way and be like, oh, let's like, like, let's make money together. I don't need anybody to help me make money in any way besides like my real estate, which is why I feel like I don't do well in real estate right now, or I haven't really tried, because I don't want to go up to somebody that's like a friend. Like my close friends that I joke around with, I'm like, yeah, if you have money to buy a house, like buy it through me, duh. But that's also a joke. I don't care if they don't. I actually find it hard to like go up to people that I know and be like, "Oh, can you help me out? Like, can you help me make money by like buying a house through me or something?" I don't do that. So I feel like I'm probably going to advertise like when I do take my real estate license more seriously. I'll probably just pay for advertising and then just talk to strangers and try to sell through that. But anyways, went off a tangent there. I'm getting that bag. Six Lens, you know what's up. $100,000 cars. I don't think I'll ever buy a car for $100,000. No. I mean, sports cars are really nice though. I don't know which one that is, but there's a BMW. I had a friend of a friend who had it. So like I remember seeing it up close and I was like, damn, that is a sexy car. It's BMW 8i something maybe. Or I'm getting that wrong, so I'm really bad with cars, but it was a BMW and it has the wings up and it's like blue and white. It was really cute, but you can only sit like two people in there. I'm like, that's so unrealistic. Thank you, girls. Yes, I try. Like, if you guys ever have like a new app that you think I would use, or like a new way of making money, where, because like I already make so many videos, right? So if there was like another place, kind of like a YouTube, where like I could just upload my short videos on there and it's like straight up making me money, like, yeah, let me know, because I'll probably do it. But I don't think I could do like another thing where I have to put a lot of time and effort, like make a separate video for, or like, yeah, that might be hard. Later on, I'll probably pay for a service where I could just stream all at the same time. So you'll literally see me on like TikTok, Instagram, whatnot, everywhere. Oh wait, whatnot is like literally an app now, I think, right? I think whatnot is like, I don't have it, but I've heard of it. I think whatnot, I don't know what you do on whatnot, but that's also a thing. I just thought that was funny. There's so many apps there now. Okay, but anyways, let's talk about GameStop. So 23.80 something. Kind of I'm a little bit worried, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna ask you guys. Y'all probably know better than me. What are we thinking? Okay. Where's GameStop going to be? Where is it going to be? Markets are open Monday, right? So how much will GME be next week? And you could be right, you could be wrong. I mean, we could dip to $20 or $10 and we can like go up, but this is going to be your answer as to like where you think it's going to like stick at, okay? So we're going to do like all the bearish moves. Like I said, I think it's a very low chance we're actually going to go down to $10 because I feel like the fundamentals have clearly changed because the fundamentals include the balance sheet and the balance sheet is literally different now. So for it to go down to $10, I feel like it's just, I'll be mind blown. I mean, would I be like, oh my God, freak out? No, but I would be mind blown. So anyways, I'll do $10, $15. I mean, we're already at 23, so maybe I'll just do 20. That's bad enough. Or surprise, 30 plus. So those are your options for next week. Let me know what you guys, where you think we are currently headed for GameStop. And yeah, if next week, like honestly, if GameStop doesn't do any better. Oh, Sonny Case. Hi there, Sonny Case. I know you. All right, you guys all got different names, but yes, if you tell me your name on like X or YouTube, I'll usually know. Well, you guys all, I just have usually the same name. I feel like at least I try to keep it the same so people could find me. It's almost always just living with Lucy. But anyways, remember guys, I recently just found like a fake, like somebody trying to be me on Facebook and I had to like report them, but I can't believe I didn't know about them all this time. So if you see any accounts that is not me, but using my face, I don't have a Facebook page on Facebook, or even if it's like a second Instagram account, but it's not being like, I'm not talking about it under my description on YouTube or on my X, that means it's not mine. Please report them for me. Thank you very much. But yeah. Wow, you guys are so bearish. They're $15. Okay. I mean, okay, sure. We're at $23, which I do admit I'm pretty stumped about that. I'm not very happy, but I did see $23. Like I saw $23 hit. I would say before the GME shareholder meeting, it already hit $23. But the unfortunate thing is that before, when it hit $23 last week, it would like so quickly rise up into the green that I couldn't even catch it at $23. This is my first time watching GameStop and being able to buy it at 23. So actually, I hope that Roaring Kitty sold. If anything, yesterday when it went to like, what were we, 25.80, 25.69, I think it would have been better if he sold yesterday and then bought back the dip today, because that would be a hefty difference for him. For me, I don't really care because, like I said, I'm doing the cover call options. So, I mean, it still hurts. It still hurts. Don't get me wrong. But I'm okay with it kind of laying low a bit until like July. The other date to remember, because I don't know if anyone else is talking about any other dates to be excited about anymore for GameStop. And again, remember, this momentum like slows down all the time. I think a lot of people that are not in GameStop right now are pretty much looking at GameStop and are like, oh, that's done. Like, what a train wreck once again, because they don't really know about Roaring Kitty. They never watch his videos. They don't believe in Ryan Cohen. And there's like a whole narrative out there that just thinks that this whole thing is like a trick for making the retail investors lose money. And who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is like a total trick and I'm just dumb money. Who knows? But there's that narrative. And I feel like that narrative right now is winning because in the mainstream media, at least, it's telling people like, don't buy it. Okay. Like Jim Cramer told you, don't buy GameStop. And now it's saying, okay, he just like bought it up and he made all this money. And yeah, he's a multi-millionaire, but he's not tweeting anymore. And he's not making any posts. So yeah, he's gone. So like they always want you to buy into that narrative. And again, who knows? I don't know if he'll tweet next week. I don't know if he'll tweet next month, or we're just going to be like gone for like, because we know he disappeared for at least 2 weeks before. So I think it'd be very non-surprising if he again like disappears for a little bit. By the way, this is my ex. Follow me. It's just Living with Lucy. After you subscribe, of course, to this channel, I try to do as many live streams as possible, especially since I'm trying to be monetized on Twitch. So please follow me on Twitch because I'll probably be doing more and more over there. And apparently the views are better over there. Ooh, okay, now we moved up. 50% believe it'll be at $20, which again is still kind of low, but okay, I'm gonna look. Let's see. I feel like I feel like anytime he tweets anything though, which is pretty powerful, like if Roy and Kitty were to tweet something, okay, no, it's still 4 days ago. That's our last tweet. Last tweet from Roy and Kitty. Which by the way, I have to watch that movie now. I think from for what's it called? I think like it's kind of good that he doesn't tweet all the time because let's say he disappears like he did last time. If you think about it, like GameStop was like under $27. Okay. GameStop was like under $27. He disappeared 2 weeks. I honestly didn't know when he was going to come back. And then that's when he tweeted like the Uno reverse card. And that's when GameStop just shot up from like $27 to I want to say 60 something like after hours, right? That was like within the span of 24 hours. So I do feel like you can't rely on that because it's going to lose steam eventually if he just keeps going away and coming back and tweeting and like yeah, I think it'll still tick up, but I feel like that maybe the next time it ticks up it might not even make it to 6. Like right now clearly we're at 23. I don't think he's gonna like disappear. Let's say he disappears for 2 weeks and he tweets again. I think it's going to lose some steam, just like it lost steam from the first time when he did the chair thing, the chair meme in May. So I think like the next time he tweets, my estimate is that it couldn't go to 65 directly, but it could after hours go from like let's say $20 to 45, 46, something like that. That's my honest opinion, but I hope it goes to 60 something. And then I feel like if he does that again, then it'll just be lower and lower and lower. So long as we don't get an update from actual GameStop. We need an update from GameStop saying they're buying Bitcoin, saying they're closing down stores, what their next steps are, who are they merging with, what are we acquiring? Like those are the things that I think we really need in order for paired up with the whole entire Roy and Kitty tweets or his portfolio updates for people to be like, all right, he's still in, I'm still in. Granted, I don't think that's the way though. I mean, not financial advice, do your own DD, entertainment purposes only. I do not agree that you should buy it just because he buys it, even though I absolutely love him. And I'm happy with having my money in GameStop. But I already said that I'm not buying because he's buying, because even if he's out, I am still going to continue to hold because of the videos that I listened to from him talking about all the reasons why he believes in GameStop. And now I fully believe in GameStop. But if the company comes out with no news for the next 6 months, I'm going to be really disappointed, but I'll still have hope that maybe they will still do something, because in my mind, it's like Ryan Cohen has his own money in there, right? And until he pulls out or he's no longer the CEO, then I think my hopes and dreams would crash, because then I'll be like, you guys don't have any chess moves. And what if Roy and Kitty's out too? And Ryan Cohen's out? Then I'm just like, I don't know what to do with that. So until that happens, I don't think I will stop being bullish, even if it's like 6 months later. Do I want to wait 3 years though? Absolutely not. But I mean, hey, if it stays around like 22, 23, and I'm just like selling cover call options, then so be it. That's a game plan at least now. GameStop may have one big dump, but I think it's one of those pump and dumps. But to be fair, I don't trust the company, Six Len says. I mean, that's fair. I have a lot of friends and a lot of people that don't believe in it. Like I said, my brother is not very happy with the fact that he knows I have some in GameStop. He doesn't know how much I have it, but he just knows I have it. And he's like, be careful. And that's fair because it has a bad track record. It has a track record of going from $4 to $400 and then splitting. And then after splitting, it dropped all the way. Well, technically from 400 down to 120 all-time high. And then from 120, it dropped down to like $10. So yeah, that's more than the 90% drop. That's not good. We got to see a few quarters of TCG sales. I have to add you to my real account for X. Okay, thank you. Yes, guys, please add me to all your other stuff. But yeah, it's just today was just bad. I feel like today was just a red day, and that's normal for the market. And I feel like because you already have like the big stocks like Nvidia taking a hit, it's like, what did you think was going to happen with GameStop, right? Like people aren't going to buy. Granted, if you have the rest, like we've also seen days where the entire stock market's down and the meme stocks are up and the meme coins are up. That happens too. It's not like, oh, just because the rest of the market is down and the blue chip stocks are down that we necessarily have to have a red day for like meme stocks. And today technically wasn't all that bad. Like Amazon was still up, Google, Tesla. It's just like a lot of the other things in the market were red. And obviously crypto's red. So it's red for a lot of folks today. But yeah, I'm excited for Monday. I hope we stay up above $20, but I am ready. I am ready for the downfall, because if there is no tweets, if there is no updates through this weekend, going into Monday, I really don't think I would be too shocked if we do go to $20, 19 even. I feel like once we drop below 20 support level, I personally feel like that's when some people might strike and buy in. Even people like Roy and Kitty, to be honest, because doesn't he have like $6 million on the side? So I feel like if he didn't sell any yesterday or like a few days before when it was closer to 25, 26, then he could always buy when it's like $19. That's what I think. Hi there, Absolute Chad. Hard pass on GME, but good luck to all. See, there we go. There we go. And that's totally fair. All right, now let's talk about crypto. XRP honestly is holding out really, really well. But yeah, fake out recently. I still am stuck in my Uniswap, which was just totally dumb move on my end because I saw it move back up a little bit. I dollar cost average in, and we are still down. And I have that Wells notice to worry about with Uniswap, right? That was given to them this year. So Uniswap might be pretty bad for me, but I'm just going to hold on to it for now. I'm just going to write it off as a possible downside move just because the entire market is down, but I'm not going to buy more. I'm not going to buy more Uniswap. I also bought the dip. Let's see what else. XTZ, I bought the dip, but I like Tezos. It's weird. It's hard to explain. I just like Tezos. I've been baking my Tezos on another wallet, and then I just bought like a little bit of Tezos simply on Robinhood just for fun. Now it's not looking so fun. But yeah, I also bought the sheep dip, but that just kept on dipping. Dogecoin, honestly, I do believe still we will get. Honestly, I think next year I will be a little bit shocked if we hit $1 exactly, because I think $1 is going to be really hard. I still like Dogecoin a lot. I think it's still my favorite cryptocurrencies, and if it drops to like 6 cents, I think I will definitely buy more. Now I feel like I have a good enough position. I don't need to buy more Dogecoin, obviously. But if we go down to 5 to 6 cents, I don't mind buying more. It's just that right now, I think we're at this like funny moment in crypto where it's like fake out, and goes up a little bit higher, and it makes you feel like it's going to go all the way up, and then it just starts crashing down. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go to dinner. I love y'all. Thank you for joining me on this stream. I will try to do more later. If not, I'll see you later this weekend and definitely on Monday. I just hope that if I do see you on Monday, I'm not crying because GameStop is at $13. Take care. Wish you luck on all your trades. And just remember, do your own DD. Don't buy something because I'm talking about it or someone else is talking about it. Look into all of your options. So that includes your different options for different options contracts. And yeah, I wish you guys luck in your trades. And I sincerely hope, because I feel like some of you guys are just like me. Like, we don't know each other, but we must all just want to make money for some specific reason. And you all probably didn't come from a home with like trust funds. So the way I see it is sometimes you just got to hustle and make your own money. And definitely I would advise you guys to like not stare at the phone nonstop, because that's very unhealthy. And like for me, at least today, I know I'm done with my trades, obviously, and I'm done with just looking at GameStop. I'm just going to be focusing on my e-commerce business and making more money over there, because Lord knows I'm going to be owing a bunch of taxes. So next year when I pay for my taxes, if I can't afford it through my own bank account, through the money that I make, that I live off of through my e-commerce platform, or thanks to you guys, those of you guys that support me on my other platforms and get paid there, those are just like, honestly, that's not much money. It's just like a little bit of extra money for like coffee money, boba money, whatever. So I feel like when I can't pay for it with what I'm doing outside of trades, then next year, come tax time, I would have to take out some money from my trading account, which is really not what I'm hoping for. But hey, if push comes to shove and I didn't save up enough because I spent all of the money that I've been making through e-commerce and whatnot, and just like social media, different streams, then I'll just take out a little bit of money from stocks. So I always do have like certain stocks in crypto that I'm ready to like pull out just in case if I need to pay a lot of taxes next year. So anyways, wish you guys luck. Take care, and I'll see you soon.